Good morning, dear students. Once again, we are here to start a new topic in grammar. Do you love English? Do you love to learn English, something new? Okay, and it is must to learn English. Why? Hindi you already know how to speak because you are speaking at your home with your parents. You are reading newspaper. You are reading the templates. You are reading the books, story books in Hindi. So it is very easy for you. Now, since English is not our tongue, mother tongue, it's not our language, but we need to learn it. Why? Because nowadays we are in the world of unite united world, means single world. Before some time or sometime earlier, we were find our jobs only in India or only in our state, but nowadays everybody is moving out of state to do job or to run some business. Okay, we have to deal with different people. In India also we have different people, those who are speaking different languages, but there is one common language which everybody can speak or understand, that is English. And not only in India, but nowadays I think your uncle, your aunts, your elder brother and sister, they must be going outside out of India to learn or to to do job or to study further. Okay, so at that particular time, you need one common language, so that you can talk with different countries people. Means, if you are going to some university where your friends are, one friend is from Russia, one friend is from China, one friend is from America, one is from Britain. So they are having their different languages, and you are also having your different language English. But now you need to talk with each other, so there should be one common language. So that's why English is an international common language. International language. Why? Because so that everybody can talk with each other. Whenever you meet any outsider, or you went outside, you went abroad, so there you will find different kind of people, those who are speaking different languages. That's why we need to learn English, and it's very important. Nowadays we are viewing some videos, some news on our mobiles. Okay, so there are a lot of English, so you need to understand. So that's why always ready to learn something new. So what I am going to teach you today, that is not a new thing, because in my earlier videos I have already mentioned you these things, but I am revising you, reminding you that. Okay, before we start the new topic, okay, that is related to that topic, that's why I am going to revise you. That is chapter number 10. We are going to start today. Chapter number 10, that is personal pronouns. Pronouns, you know what is pronouns? The words which are used in place of a nouns, they are called pronouns. Just like I, me, my, us, you, him. In place of anybody's name, you can use them. So these words are called pronouns. But we have again studied there some cases of pronouns, just like some are in subjective case or subjective form, some are in objective form, and some are in possessive case. So these are different cases when their different forms are used. Now what we are talking about, personal pronouns. So these are pronouns, but what are personal pronouns? So before we start this topic, try to understand what is person. Okay, the personal word is made out of the word person. So what is a person? Everybody know that person means the living beings, human being, just like me and you. We are person. So that is the one meaning. But in English grammar, we use this term person as something different. Let me remind you. Okay, I have already told you this thing. Persons. If we divide persons in English grammar, okay, this is English grammar terminology. Person. Person means what? We can divide persons in three categories. First person, second person, and third person. Now I think you are reminding the things. Okay. First person, second person, and third person. I told you, or I taught you this thing in some example. What was the example? Suppose I am standing here and anybody is standing before me, in front of me, and we both are talking. Okay, this is an example. One person is standing here and I am talking to him. So I am telling him something. Who is the speaker? Who is the speaker? I am the speaker. And who is the listener? Who is listening my words? The person who is standing me, he is the listener. So we both are talking, and while I am telling something to him, I am the speaker and he is the listener. And while he was telling something, so at that point of time, he is the speaker and I am the listener. But I am talking about the situation when I am speaking. So when I am telling him something, so I start my sentence with I or we. Why we? Because if I am telling something to him on behalf of all of my group, all of my friends, I am talking on behalf of all my friends, because we are in many. So if we are in plural, means many, more than one person, then on behalf of these all group of people, if I am talking to him, so I can use we. Suppose I am telling him, Saurabh, I am going to Mumbai today. Saurabh means who is speaking who is listening my words. Or I can say you, because he is standing before me, I can say you. Hey you, I am going to Mumbai today. Now who is going? I am going to Mumbai. So first person is the person who is speaking something. Okay, first person. So I can start my sentence either by using I or by using we. Suppose I can start, Saurabh, we are going to Mumbai today. I am speaker, he is listener. So I am speaking on behalf of my friends. All we are going to Mumbai today. So first person is the person who is the speaker, who is telling something, okay, or who is writing something. So I or we. This shows the person who is speaking. Now you can be used as a singular or as plural. For singular and plural both, we can use this pronoun you. Suppose in front of me only one person is standing. So hey you, I am going to Mumbai today. So I am talking to only one person. But if there are three people they are standing before me, then again I can use hey you, I am going to Mumbai today. So you can be used for a single person or for plurals. For singular and plural both, we can use only you. But you is what? Second person. The person who is standing before me is the second person for me. I am the speaker, so that I am the first person, and he is listening my words, so he is the second person. Okay. Now what is third person in English grammar? In English grammar, we refer third person for whom we are talking about. We both are talking about, suppose we both are talking about you, and you are the third person for both of us. Okay, we are talking in front of each other. So I am the first person, he is the second person. When he is speaking, he is the first person and I become second person. But the third person remains third person because he is not present here or he is not taking part in the communication. We are only conversation. We are doing the conversation to each other. So third person for whom we are talking about. Saurabh, do you know Rita is going to Indore today? We are talking first person, second person Saurabh, and we are talking about Rita, who is going to Indore today. So, do you know, Saurabh? They are playing football. They are playing football. We are talking about third person. They are first person, second person. We are talking about third person. So, third person can be divided into four. He is going to Mumbai, then he is a third person. She is going to Mumbai today. She refers to feminine gender. We are talking about some lady or some girl, feminine gender. He is used for masculine gender. She is used for feminine gender. But both are singular. It. Saurabh, do you know it runs very fast? It. We use it as a singular pronoun, but it is used for non-living things and animals and plants. We can use it. So it is a neuter gender. It doesn't belong to masculine or for feminine. It is for neuter gender. Neuter means the non-living things. It runs very fast means we are talking about some train or some bus. That is a non-living thing. It runs very fast. So it is again the third person. And if we talk about plural, they are playing in the playground. So they means we are talking about more than one person. So that's why they is a plural. So first person for singular, I'm talking about myself, I. If you are talking about we, many, we are plural. Okay, these two are first person. Okay. Second person for singular and for plural both we use you, and third person for singular male we use he, for singular female we use she, and for singular neuter non-living things or animals we use it, and for plural we use they. Now, if you have understood, but we have discussed about only subjective case. When your sentence start with these, I'm studying, we are studying, you are studying, you are studying. In all cases, the sentence is starting with subject. That is why this pronoun is called subjective case. He is studying, she is studying, it is studying, and they are studying. All the sentences, if you focus in all the sentences, these pronouns are at the very beginning of the sentence, means at the place of subject, because subjects are generally placed at the beginning of the sentences. So these are in the subjective case. But what are objective case? The words or the pronouns which are on the place of object, which are on the place of object, at that time they act like an object. So they are called told to be in the form of objective case. The pronouns which are used at the first place, means at the place of subject, they are called subjective case. The pronouns which are placed on the place of objects, means at the between or at the last of the sentence, at the end of the sentence, they are called in the objective case. Just like he told me. Now he is on the place of subject, so he is a subjective case. But he told me, मुझे बोला, he told me. Now me is at the place of object, it is not at the place of subject. So me is an objective case. He told us. उसने हमको बताया. He told us. Us is on the place of object. He told you. Okay, they told him. They told her. We repaired it. Now it is coming at the end of the sentence. We repaired it. There is something some machine which we have repaired. We repaired it. Now it is coming at the end of the sentence on the place of object. So it is an objective case. We already told them. Now them. We is on the place of subject, so it is subjective case, and them is at the end of the sentence, that is on the place of object, so it is an objective case. Now we talk about possessive case, which we have learned in the last chapter number 9, possessive case. But if we divide this possessive case, we can divide into two parts. One is possessive adjective and second is possessive pronoun. Okay, possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. So what is the difference between possessive adjective and possessive pronoun? So let me clear you with some example. Just like this is my pen. That is one sentence. This is my pen. And second sentence, this pen is mine. Now can you see this in these two sentences there is some difference, though the meaning of both the sentences is same. This pen is mine or this is my pen. In both the sentences the meaning is same but the structure is different. So what is the difference in this structure? If we go deep, this is my pen. First you focus on the object or on the noun. This is a noun, pen. Pen is a name of thing, so that is a noun, or it is in the place of object at the end of the sentence, so it can be called object also. Okay, again this pen, again this is a noun. This pen is mine. Can you see that here my, the possessive case of pronoun, possessive pronoun is before the object, just before the object. My pen, your pen, his pen, mean just before the object. When the any word is placed which shows the quality or something extra about the object, about the noun, then it is called adjective. Adjective means what? If you have gone through the definition of the adjective, the words which tell us more about the noun or which tell us the quality or quantity or something else about the possession of that object. So my pen, so my is just used just before the object pen or noun pen, and it shows the quality of pen that it is under the possession of me. So my pen. Okay, so that is called adjective. Adjectives are just used before the what? Nouns. So we can understand that this is an adjective. So we can say that is possessive adjective. But when this pen is mine, we use at the end. This possession, if we show at the end of the sentence, we use these words. If we use at the end of the sentence, not before the object but after the object, means here we are using the word my or using the possession after the object. after pan word. So at that time or at the end of the sentence, at that time we use possessive pronouns. That is called possessive pronoun. These are different names, but the things are same. Possessive case. So this is the difference, that how we use these words in the sentences. So if we are using as an adjective, so we place just before the object. My pen, our pen, your pen, his pen, her pen, its pen, or their pen. But if we use after pen, this pen is, then we show the possession at the end of the sentence, then we use these words. This pen is mine, this pen is ours. Now what we are using? S. Here we don't use S, but at the end of the sentence we use as. Ours. Mari. This pen is yours. Here we don't use S, but here we use S, whether it is a singular or plural. In both cases we use as. This pen is his. Now you can notice that here already we have S, so there is no need to put an extra S. We are ending with the pronunciation as already. So why we don't use double S here? We keep it same. So this is the pronoun which remains same, which doesn't change, because here you can say your, and after adding as we can convert it into yours, but here in the both case his remains same. His. So this is his pen or this pen is his. Same his is used for both the places. Her. This is her pen or this pen is hers. Its. Now again, just like in his we already have S here. So here we don't add any extra S. So just like this is again the same. Its remains its. This is its pen or this pen is its. Same. Theirs. This is their pen or this pen is theirs. Here we use S at the end. So that is the use of this possessive case. Now try to understand. Now let's open your page number 42. Now we start the chapter. Now this is just for your revision, which I had already taught you in earlier videos. Now page number 42, chapter number 10, personal pronouns. Read the following sentences. First sentence. This is Meena. Meena is a famous writer. Writer means she writes some stories, novels, poems, all these things. Meena has written many books. Okay. Meena also writes for newspapers and magazines. If you have seen, there are some articles on the newspaper on some different pages. So she also writes her thoughts about some issues for newspapers and magazines to be published. Okay. Every reader likes to purchase books written by Meena. Means every reader of these type of things, they always purchase books written by Meena. Since Meena is a good writer, so everybody likes to read her books. In these cases, if you can see, there are some words which are highlighted with sky blue color, sky blue ink. So these are highlighted. In these sentences, the word Meena is repeated many times. You can see Meena is repeated. Meena, 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 Meena. How many times? In 5 sentences, it is repeated 5 times. So instead of using the same noun again and again, we don't use again and again the same noun. Noun means the name. We can use another word in its place. That is the definition of a pronoun. We can use some pronouns in place of nouns. The words which are used in place of nouns are called pronouns. Okay, so we can use another word in place of repeating Meena, Meena, Meena again and again. We can avoid the repeating. Thus, the above sentences can be written like this. Now, these sentences we can write in the second manner by using pronouns from this first person, second person and third person's table. This is Meena means in the first sentence we always use noun. Then from the second onwards, second sentence onwards, we can avoid the repetition. But in the first sentence, we always use the name, noun. So that's why the first sentence, Meena, is used. This is Meena. She is a famous writer. She. Because we can use the subjective case. Because we are starting the sentence. So we are using subjective case. She. And she is used for a singular person and for feminine. Since Meena is the name of a girl, so that's why we are using the feminine gender. She. She is a famous writer. She has written many books. She also writes for newspapers and magazines. Every reader likes to purchase books written by her. You can see the objective case. Now, Meena, the name is used at the end of the sentence, means it is acting like an object. So that's why we are using objective case, her, not she. At the end of the sentence, we use her. So every reader likes to purchase books written by her. So that is how we can replace the noun with pronoun. In these sentences, the word Meena is written only in the first sentence. In all other sentences, personal pronouns she and her are used in place of it. These are personal pronouns which are used in place of noun Meena. Okay, she or her. Now, a pronoun is a word that is used in place of a noun. Meena is a noun, she and her are pronouns. Read the following sentences. I am Rachna. She is saying, I am Rachna. Okay. My friends gave me a book. Try to focus on the words which are highlighted with this sky blue color. This photograph is mine. We should obey our parents, teachers, and elders. The people honored us. Honored means they respected us. These articles of furniture are ours. Ours. In these sentences, now if we focus in these above sentences, I, me, mine, we, us, ours, these words are pronouns of the first person. Can you see? Because in each sentences we have used only these things. I, we, me, us, my, our, mine and ours. In all these sentences, if you focus, they all belongs to first person. Whether they are singular or plural, but they are the example of the pronouns of the first person. I or we. All pronouns that are used for the persons speaking, the person who is speaking, are known as the pronouns of the first person. Did you understand? Did you get it? What is the definition? all the pronouns used for the persons speaking, all the pronouns which is used for the person who is speaking, just like I am speaking or we are speaking. So these all personal pronouns, they belongs to the first person. They are called first person if they represents the speaker. Okay, if they are representing the speaker, they are all called the pronouns of the first person. Now let's see the example of the next second person. These following sentences, read these following sentences. First sentence, you are a wise man. You are very wise. Wise means clever, intelligent. You are very, very wise man. They praise you. They praise you for your justice and mercy. They praise you. Praise you means तारीफ करना. They appreciate you. For what? For your justice and mercy. Justice means just like judges, those who are sitting in the court, they give justice, न्याय देते हैं. And mercy, दया, because these two qualities you possess, that's why they praise you. वो आपकी तारीफ करते हैं. This pen is yours. This pen is yours. In all these sentences, if you focus, if you see that in these sentences, you, once you is used in the subjective case, okay, once in the second sentence they praise you, you is used as a objective case because it is not at the first sentence. In the first sentence, you is at the first position on the position of subject, so it is called subjective case. In the second sentence, if you see, you is at the third place. They praise you. They is at the place of subject, so they is a subjective pronoun. But here, you is at the objective, at the place of object, so it is called objective pronoun. And yours, yours is what? It is possessive in the possessive case. And at the last, at the end, so it is called pronouns of the second person. You, your, yours. So this is called the pronouns of the second person. All pronouns that are used for the persons spoken to. The person spoken to. I am the person who is speaking, and the person who is standing before me, to whom I am talking. So that person is the person to whom we are speaking. The person is spoken to, जिसको बोला गया है. I am the person who is speaking. मैं बोल रहा हूँ, and जिसको बोला गया है means he is the listener. So the listener, all the pronouns that are used for the listener are called the pronouns of the second person. These all are called the pronouns of the second person. This represents the listener. Now read the third type of examples. Read the following sentences. First is, he is my brother. I met him yesterday. These clothes are his. She is my friend. The public welcomed her. This mobile is hers. They are famous sports persons. I always dreamed of meeting them. Dreamed means I have seen dream in night. When you are sleeping, you are watching some dreams in your memories. Okay, when you are in deep sleep at that time. So I dreamed of meeting them. मैंने हमेशा सपना देखा उनसे मिलने का. These magazines are theirs. These belongs to them. Now, if you focus on the pronouns in the sky blue color, in these sentences, he, him, his, she, her, hers, they, them, theirs are the pronouns of the third person. he, him, his, she, her, hers, its, they, them, their, and theirs. These all we are talking about the third person. All the pronouns that are used for the persons is spoken about. Now the persons, those for whom we are talking about, okay, we are talking about the third persons, someone who is not here, we are talking about them. So these are called pronouns of the third person. Now always remember, there are some notes. The first point to be noted, that the words my, just like here you can see in the table, my, are, your, his, her, its, their are called possessive adjectives. What they are called? Possessive adjectives. I have already told you in the table, taught you in the table. Look at the example. This is my shirt. I have written this is my pen, but it is written here this is my shirt. Shirt is a noun, just like pen is a noun, shirt is a noun. Now my is a word which is used as an adjective before this, just before this noun. So that's why it is called possessive adjective. But when you go to the next sentence, this shirt is mine. Mine. Just like this pen is mine. So this shirt is mine. Mine is a word which is called possessive pronoun. That is, here it is written, printed by mistake. Possessive, it is called possessive pronoun. Now let's come to the next point. The words his is used both as possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. You can focus here. His is a pronoun which can be used as a possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. For both we can use the same. If I erase it, it is the same word. That's all. That is point to be noted, that his is a word which can be used as a possessive adjective or possessive pronoun. Just like this is my, this is his pen, or this pen is his. The same word his is used in the both cases. Third point to be noted, that the word its is always used as possessive adjective or can be named as possessive pronoun. Same wise, just like his, its is the same word which can be used at the both the places. So again, this is some exception you can say. This can be used or can be acted like both possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. So this is all about what? Personal pronouns. Okay, this is the explanation of the personal pronoun. The same table which I have noted here is given here on the next page, number 44 is given here. Now there are some exercises that you need to complete with a pencil in your book. Okay, then I will provide you the correct answers. So in this lecture is enough. We have explained, I have explained you the full chapter, full concept of the personal pronoun. If still you have any doubt, you can WhatsApp me. Okay, till then, thank you. Take care.